Whoosh! What's going on, everybody? It's your boy, your girl, your femboy, your trans girl, Young Green Studios. And where are we right now? Link will actually be in the description to check out Minecraft Mobile. If you guys want to play this, link will be in the description. This is what I usually used to play on my phone. So, Minecraft. Things haven't been really working. I think it depends on what type of phone you have, so keep that in mind. Full credit goes to Minecraft. Mojang. Subscribe if you like Minecraft. I recorded that event. Do you guys remember that? Of course, probably not, because it's still over on Twitch, I think. This is beautiful.
Welcome to Minecraft Monthly, where we're celebrating the new game drop in Minecraft, The Garden Awakens. Anyway, and we'll reveal a number of surprises connected to the game drop later in this episode, including a mysterious live event in Minecraft. But first, this month's top story. I saw a kitty cat on the way to work. And in our second top story, the Garden Awakens drop has dropped. Yes, this drop is out now and available to play on Minecraft Java and Bedrock Edition. Honestly, I'm so up for a relaxing gardening adventure. Let's take a look at some footage of the lovely new Pale Garden biome in this drop. I forgot our developers have a curious sense of humor, so they've added the Pale Garden. A garden that makes me pale just thinking about it. Wander around this charming biome, and you'll find pale moss, resin, something called the creaking heart, which doesn't sound ominous at all, eye blossom flowers, and ambient features like falling leaves and glowing eye blossom particles. Viewers, meet a new hostile mob, the Creaking. Creaking, meet my viewers. Attack them, not me. All these features are in the
Fuck
new
you.
drop, and they're already released, which means you can try them right now. Still to come, the first details about our mysterious live event in Minecraft. But first, aside from yesterday's The Garden Awakens drop, we've got loads more happening in December. Today, we've got 3 free add-ons coming to Minecraft Marketplace. Add even more unexpected moments to the Pale Garden with these new add-ons. From chests that eat you and other scary furniture
I
to
downloaded
disturbing monster food and mob-shaped lights. And soon we'll get 3 more, all inspired by the game drop. Very soon we'll be introducing 2 spine-chilling challenges. Can you place millions of resin blocks and defeat millions of creakings? It'll be tough because we're making you do that all by yourself. Hello? What's that? Players aren't doing it by themselves? It's a collective challenge. That's why we called it a community challenge. Hello? Yes, you and the entire community will be taking on
Bro
these challenges
threw his phone like it was
together.
nothing.
In Bedrock, you'll earn the creaky emote and creaking mask. And in Java, you'll get a skin for each completed challenge. We're not even giving you a day off because more stuff is coming too. We're releasing 10 paid character creator items inspired by the new Pale Garden biome.
Damn, that
Look
looks
at them.
pretty cool.
I was gonna model all these new items for you in real life, but they didn't show up on time. What a shame. Yes, my face is blue. Could it have something to do with the mysterious live event in Minecraft? No. More on that later. But have you always dreamed of being a Navian avatar, but the blue face paint bills are steadily bankrupting you? Relatable. If only there was an easier way. That's right! In a couple of days there will be! Immerse yourself in the vibrant world of Pandora with the Avatar Rites of Passage DLC. Become a Navi and explore the bioluminescent rainforest and encounter otherworldly animals and intense survival challenges. Climb atop the Hallelujah Mountains to bond with your Ikran and soar through the skies of Pandora together. Available soon on Minecraft Marketplace. Anyway, heart transplant? Oh, wait! This is the rewarded achievement we're adding to Minecraft called Heart Transplant. Obviously, you don't have to perform an actual heart transplant in real life to get this achievement. Something I wish the crew had told me before I booked that meeting with Jens and bought all those medical supplies that I have to return now. The heart transplant is already live, so keep an eye on our social media channels for more info, because you don't want to miss out on the excellent character creator item you'll receive for getting this achievement. Okay, now it's time to reveal the live event in Minecraft. It's a Mojang Studios mystery. This eerie Mojang office party live event is starting on December 9th and running until December 20th. Set in a fantasy recreation of our
I already
offices,
made a
you'll
video
find
on it.
hints
Go
that
check it out
something
on
is
Twitch.
amiss. Can you discover all 4 minigames, several activities, and collect all the stickers? Wow, it really is like working at Mojang. Find out for yourself when the live event begins in Bedrock on December 9th. Well, that's all the time I have today, because I really want to go play The Garden Awakens now. See you next month!
Stay tuned for monthly updates. Go check it out now.
Ah, villages. Such lovely, tranquil places. So, naturally, we decided to change all that. They are ruthless. They are mean. They are barbarians. They turn blue sheep red.
we reached out and asked if we could use that reference.
Use what? The sound? Reached out to who? Oh.
Please relax.
Yes, because what could be more relaxing than learning about an axe-wielding hostile mob? Let's start with the name, illagers.
Feels so Minecraft. I like that it's a bit punny.
Initially, we were talking about that as ill-willed villagers. Then we're like, oh, there you can't say that, it's too long. So we shortened it to just ill villagers. And then someone said, like, why don't you just shorten even further and just call them illagers? And I was like, of course, that makes perfect sense.
Eagle-eyed players might have also noticed that they're grey. I still haven't noticed that, which is, worrying.
They haven't been out in the sun as much.
Relatable.
To be ill, it means to be sick. And if you're grey, you look a little bit ill.
Well, you know what they say, laughter is the best medicine.
There I get something.
Oh,
Clearly, the illagers are up to some kind of trouble. No strangers to violence and occasional dark magics and all of that.
A vindicator obviously wants to attack with axe. The villager obviously wants to use their crossbow. And the illusioner obviously wants to do their magic. And the evocation illager obviously wants to do their magic too.
Naturally grumpy, but not necessarily mean.
right. I can't help but feel the villagers might not see them that way. The idea for illagers actually came about when we were making Minecraft Dungeons in 2016. I don't know why I just said we. I didn't help in the slightest.
We realized pretty quickly that we would need a family of mobs that could work as an antagonist, and we wanted to give this dichotomy of the player as an adventurer and a hero, and against this force that is disrupting.
Jens, however, had a clear rule.
Dungeons may only use mobs that have been established in vanilla Minecraft.
So the illagers were introduced in Minecraft to lucky players in 2016's Exploration Update. Illagers could be found in woodland
I
mansions.
love the woodland
If you were
mansion.
brave, stupid, really stupid enough to explore,
Subscribe for more
houses,
Minecraft
you could potentially
videos.
find the Totem
Like
of
this.
Undying, which would grant you an extra life. Try not to immediately lose it to an illager.
The different rooms that you find there, they are part of their activities. You have a little battle arena room, you have the war map room, you have the chest storage and farming rooms, but then you also have these a little bit more odd rooms.
Why don't we have a chicken in this room? I like chickens.
To me, they are symbols of worship almost.
Oh, good! I'm not the only one who worships chickens. And to think, for a second, I thought I might be weird.
I don't know why it's so fascinating to me to think about them doing their little gardening. The little rooms in there with the flowers set up all neatly.
I don't understand why this show isn't cancelled right now and replaced with 24/7 footage of that, to be honest. Illagers made woodland mansions pleasingly spooky, but also easy to avoid. And we wanted players to interact with illagers more. So 3 years after we put them in woodland mansions, we evicted them and gave them a new home in 2019's Village and Pillage update.
If you want in vanilla, you can engage in the raids or go and invade a tower.
To initiate a raid, just follow these simple steps. 1, find a pillage tower. Oh, look, there's a nice one. 2, introduce the illagers to your favourite Minecraft weapons, especially the captain. 3, the raid captain will drop an ominous bottle. Drink from it and you'll trigger an ominous event. Goodie? 4, make sure you gear up before visiting a nearby village. 5, consider apologizing to each villager in turn, because it's about to get real bad. 6, prepare to fight. No, seriously, do not underestimate a raid, because otherwise...
We died. We underestimated a raid.
It becomes so messy, so chaotic, and I see people scream at each other, being trapped.
Probably because of this charming fellow, the Ravager. Keep it away from me.
I had this idea, what if you had a fancy creature called a manticore, which is a lion with a human head? So I started prototyping what would become the Ravager.
And if you think the Ravager is too cute and cuddly, really? Then why not up the challenge by renaming the Vindicators?
If you name them Johnny, then they will go bananas and attack anything they see. The Easter egg is a reference to the movie The Shining.
Oh, that's the worst kind of bananas. Still, risky as initiating one is, winning a raid is oh so satisfying.
I actually like to trigger raids and let the illagers win, because I love the noise when they're winning the raid. It's like...
Speaking of sounds,
We had discussions how similar the illagers would sound like the villagers. They were more like, the
it was deep voice and that kind of thing, but it didn't really feel right. Good work, Samuel. From my memory, the first illager we did for Dungeons is the Pillager, and it initially had an eye patch. It looked similar to like a pirate, so that's why it sounds like. One sound we wanted was perfect for the illagers. One slight problem, it was in another game. Oh.
The evoker will turn blue sheep red by casting a spell. The sound effect they play when they're casting that spell is Warlord. And it's the identical spell from Age of Empires 2.
So now you know how they were developed. Their in-game origins, however, remain a mystery.
As a legend, as a myth about the Minecraft history of what might have happened there were some of the villagers when the world was in trouble that they didn't want to fight, but there's some of the villagers who wanted to help. And that was their choice, was actually to come in and help and try to save their friends and save their world. But the choice to go to war does have consequences.
Intriguing.
Illagers are super important to the Minecraft experience because they are a contrast to the otherwise peaceful overworld in daytime.
The gameplay became so rich and it inspired so many other things, like the piglins, for instance.
We have a lot of ideas for the illagers, and you will definitely see more of them in the future.
I'd personally like to see a lot less of them in the future. All right, see you next time. Today, we're discussing the horrifying origins of the scariest mob in Minecraft history. I speak, of course, of this.
The scariest cow I've ever created.
Oh, come now, don't be absurd. This cow is harmless, right? Right? Adding a nasty new mob to your video game is a very delicate process, and I should know, I'm a very delicate man. When it came to making the warden, the idea was simple.
A horror experience. It's meant to kind of evoke those original memories and feelings of the first night in Minecraft.
My favorite thing about the Warden is the mystery.
We don't know much about its history, or where it was before, or where it's going.
Beautiful, grotesque, and scary.
And also a big fan of introducing you to the game over screen.
I also kind of want to say misunderstood.
The warden we all know and love today is a big, blind, burly beast that is sound and smell sensitive. The idea for this mob spawned during the development of 2020's Nether update.
We were super excited about that particular thing with a mob that can't see.
We really wanted to create an experience where the player is surrounded by this presence, a creature that was kind of stalking you in the dark.
Doesn't that sound like fun? Well, no.
No.
But the team got to work anyway on a mob tentatively entitled The Stalker.
We really wanted to create a creature visually that it was asymmetrical. It was just going to be a mob that could spawn anywhere deep underground.
It will follow you, but if you can be fully quiet, it will not.
Great idea, but chase mechanics turned out to be tricky.
The stalker was taller than even an Enderman. The caves can be a little tight sometimes, or maybe the player might mine just a small hallway. The stalker can't really chase you.
So escape was possible. Hooray!
What if it could squeeze through those hallways that players mine into, and that way you don't feel safe?
Oh, goody.
Very terrifying.
Thankfully, someone cornered Brandon in a Mojang Studios hallway and talked him out of it.
We kind of need a place for this mob, giving a safe space for players to be able to choose, because not everyone is going to enjoy a horror experience.
We started to talk about this place we would call the Deep Dark.
Ah, the Deep Dark. A moody new biome for this moody new developing mob. Although the Warden's second design turned out a little... What's the word? Ah, yes, traumatizing.
The Hollow Stalker 2.0.
It was very creepy, like this weird, teethy looking thing. Just looked like human flesh.
One of the things that we came to is this idea of trypophobia, which is the fear of holes.
Not to be confused with brandophobia, which is my fear of Brandon ever pitching that idea again.
The sounds are very unsettling, even more unsettling than the sounds we currently have for the Warden.
So we took all the elements we liked from the Hollowed and the Stalker and got started on the development of the Warden.
You definitely see things from both of them.
The Hollowed eventually became the Warden with its body shape. We had to create these horns that were inspired by certain insects that have like antenna that would catch vibrations.
This mob was going to be blind, and it was going to have to use its other senses to be able to track down the player.
The Warden uses its senses of smell and sound to track intruders. So no matter how quiet you are, eventually it will sniff you out.
An angry neighbor if you would trespass on the neighbor's garden without approval.
My neighbours usually just complain about my love of late 90s gangster rap. Anyway, the Warden has even more ways of discovering you. Explore the Deep Dark's ancient cities, which I'm sure are only abandoned because they were too nice to live in, and you'll find skulk blocks everywhere.
We designed the scope to be some kind of warning to players.
Strike one, the shriek goes off. That should be the indication for most players that they can start running now. It was very important to us that it wasn't just that you made a sound and the Warden immediately emerged.
We're designing the scope family and the Warden. We took a lot of inspiration from black opal, like the gemstone, that looked like starlight, like stars in the night.
I'll never look at a starry night without weeping again. Anything else to add to the horror?
The pulsating darkness that comes in, all these blue parts of the Warden start to glow, and that is what triggers the fear.
Really starting to wish this episode was about the cow.
This was back when we were prototyping this darkness effect, literally just the cow walking in caves, making the lights flicker.
So the poor cow was just your guinea pig. How dare you?
Poor cow.
When we added this mouth, for me that was when we found the balance. Maybe it's a bit cute at the same time, right?
Right.
It is like something between a horror creature, but it also has a sadness. It feels a bit lonely.
Also relatable. The sound effects for the Warden, Skulks, and Deep Dark were all key elements of the lore and feeling of this new experience. Oh.
And then with the layers of effects, it became the Warden's heartbeat. That's recorded my heartbeat with a contact microphone.
And that's the story of the Warden, a blind, sad, scary-looking mob that lives in the ancient cities of the Deep Dark and who you may not want to encounter.
A testament to the Warden is how quickly it got adopted by the community as a very important mob.
Even if everyone seemed to be quite terrified of you, you're still very appreciated.
Aww. Unless this episode was so terrifying that Mojang Studios never lets us make an episode again. See you next. Chickens. They're a bit like dolphins, except they have feathers, lay eggs, and are nothing like dolphins. But what is a chicken?
It's just a chicken, nothing else.
Is it a chicken or is it a duck?
However, I think it really looks like a duck.
But it's obviously chicken. I don't understand the discussion.
We'd show you all the footage of them debating this, but then this episode would be 16 hours long. This feathery friend was introduced in 2010 in one of Minecraft's infamous Secret Friday updates. These updates were so secret that I'm to be arrested after the recording of this episode for telling you about them.
The first time we encountered chickens, look at them. I picked up all the eggs and it felt like gold or like a diamond of value because I hadn't seen it before.
Eggs, feathers, and meat. I can only provide 2 of those, and you don't want to know which ones. This resource-rich mob is one of Minecraft's most magnificent creatures.
The chicken is one of the most common animals that you encounter in Minecraft.
Oh.
We often talk about mobs being a bit ugly cute in Minecraft, and I think the chicken is sort of the epitome.
Yes, well, as my mother always said to me, looks aren't everything. I'm sure it has lots of beautiful characteristics.
Naive and clumsy.
Oh.
It looks so friendly.
This cute little derpy one that makes my world messy, so I need to clean, but I still love it.
And messy they are indeed. Chickens lay an egg every 5 to 10 minutes and will follow you if you're holding seeds, which means that, unless you contain them...
I returned to my house and it was filled with chicken. Majestical chicken egg plop sound.
Luckily, there are ways to prevent this.
You can have a nice coop, or you can have one of these automatic chicken machines that just generate more and more chickens.
Free range, of course.
Sure it is. On the topic of egg hatching, baby chickens were introduced in the second part of the adventure update in the year 2011. Its design would influence every baby mob in Minecraft going forward.
I think the baby chicken is so adorable because of its big head.
Baby animals generally have a larger head in proportion to their bodies.
If you look in the code, we scale down the body but not the head.
It's funny.
And when it comes to breeding,
We are inspired by the real world.
sure we
Creeper's
are.
my
But
favorite
the truth is,
Minecraft does what Minecraft does.
there we go.
The Minecraft chicken is really absurd. You throw an egg on grass, it hatches a chicken, but you can also breed them with seeds, and you also get a baby chicken, right?
In the code, a chicken is a breedable animal, so therefore it automatically gets that behavior.
What a rare slip in scientific realism for our game. Anyways, chickens spawn in grassy areas like jungles, which is a tad inconvenient because ocelots, also known as the chicken's #1 predator, do love their chicken nuggets.
Want the world to feel alive, and when you see that mobs interact with each other in different ways, even in the more sad ways of getting killed by each other, then you get this feeling of, yes, this is an alive world. You feel more immersed.
Well, I'm sure that's a comforting thought in the chicken's final moments. Ah, but they do have one ace up their feathery sleeves.
For most of the mobs in Minecraft, they have one characteristic that identifies that mob. For the chickens, it's simply that they fall very slowly when they drop and don't take fall damage.
Could someone put that in a simpler way?
They flap.
Let's talk design. The chicken is 1 block tall and has gone through very little changes since its creation, except for their texture update in 2019, which made them go from grey to white, and briefly bright orange. But that was just because we pressed the wrong button.
I think my favorite part of the chicken is its feet. Just one block with planes on the sides. This inspired a lot of other mob designs. For example, the axolotl.
The texture is like on the inside of an invisible cube, which gives the impression of being really thin.
And how about its sounds? You better not say chickeny.
Majestical chicken egg plop sound.
Yeah, we covered that earlier.
A mix between realism and a little bit cartoony.
Old chicken sounds have lots of background noise, so we have cleaned them up, but I don't want to, overly clean them either, because then we'll lose some of the soul from the sounds.
For example, the chicken's footsteps.
These kind of things on a table. Click, 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 click.
Excellent. So, to summarize, the chicken is an ugly, cute, passive mob that happily tippy-taps over the overworld, flapping its wings when it falls off cliffs, fills your base with enormous amounts of eggs, and hopes to not get eaten by ocelots. Or players. Players like you monster.
Yeah, I mean, that's the whole point of the chicken, is just to kill it. I'm sorry, poor chicken. I really needed your meat.
Don't worry, Jasper. In 2013, chickens found a way to defend themselves through an unexpected alliance. A chicken jockey. Essentially, a baby zombie riding an adult chicken.
This is another example of someone, in this case Nathan, or known as Dinnerbone, just having a fun idea and just adding it to the game.
Typical Minecraft. It doesn't take itself too seriously.
You don't say. Whatever happened to...
We are inspired by the real world.
I have always felt that both the chicken and the zombie both are happy, at least.
In Minecraft Dungeons, they've actually put it to the extreme and had a chicken jockey with a baby zombie, and on top of that, another baby zombie.
As cute or scary as they look, chicken jockeys are rare. The chances of this mob spawning in your world are only about 0.25%, and there's a reason for that.
We did have a problem. They were spawning as hostile mobs in dark areas and in caves. The chicken jockeys that got spawned in the caves just dropped a lot of eggs, which caused a lot of performance issues.
Chickens nearly broke Minecraft. Well, I suppose we'd better forgive them. After all, this iconic mob is considered by many to be the heart and soul of the game.
Larger than life, that is the expression.
Precisely. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm off for a delicious chicken dinner. I mean a delicious nothing-at-all dinner. See you next time. There's a monster waiting for us all in the end. A terrifying sky beast that defies description. But if I don't describe it, I don't get paid. So let's give it a go. It's a purple-eyed, fire-breathing...
It's a dragon.
Well, yes, that's a simpler way of putting it. But the actions of the creature are truly epic.
It growls, it flies.
Oh, okay, great, yeah. We'll just call the episode The Story of How We Made the Growly Fly, shall we? What are the
I love
origins
the
of this
narrator.
dragon? obviously it's not based on a real animal, because as we all know, all the real-world dragons went extinct in the late 90s. So what are its defining characteristics?
I would say aggressive, lonely, but eternal.
A big mob, like it's nothing you've seen before in Minecraft.
And also one of the most detailed mobs. It has like 20 segments in its tail and like stuff on top of that.
And as for its sounds,
Growl, wing flap, and growl again.
hey, you'd sound pretty angry too if you had to live in a vast empty dimension with no one but Endermen for company. No offense to our millions of Endermen viewers, but you lot are boring.
Well, actually, the Ender Dragon and Enderman, they are fighting each
That's
other.
funny.
They don't like each other.
Wait, what?
It's a mystery.
Solve the mystery. Tell us why.
I know the secret on why there's so many Endermen in the end, but I'm not gonna tell you.
You're bluffing. Well, it could be because the Ender Dragon is guarding something.
Is it guarding something? I think that's a question.
You lot do understand the point of this show is to give us exclusive facts about the mobs, right? Oh, very well. Let's go back to where it all began. The year was
sounds like The
2011.
Witch.
Minecraft had just turned 2. And like all proud parents, we were starting to get bored of its company. So we introduced an update that changed everything.
Before the adventure update and after the adventure update, the game had changed a lot. We had taken a step towards giving a little bit more of an RPG feeling.
Such as potions, enchantments. Oh, and a new dimension in the making that contained the first ever boss mob in Minecraft.
During that time, Marcus, or Notch, was experimenting with a new world generator style that was kind of like a sky island. And then together with all the adventure style features, Marcus really wanted to make a dragon.
This new Sky Island, now known as the End, was planned to be very different from the overworld. This dimension wouldn't even have a sun. Therefore, the End would have no concept of time.
Sort of nothingness or empty space, like a void or something like that.
No, my head is empty.
Just like the End. By the way, what inspired that name?
It plays on Enderman and Ender Dragon, but it also symbolized like the end of the game.
So you could say that the End has become the Ender Dragon's world.
So it kind of became like the Enderman's world.
Or you could say that. Thanks.
The Enderman was added slightly based on a meme at that time was called the Slenderman, and it became the Enderman in Minecraft. And then to pair it up with the Enderman, the dragon would also become the Ender Dragon.
Oh, I see. So, to summarize, the look of the Enderman inspired the End, and that inspired the design of the Ender Dragon.
Yeah, that's right. I haven't thought about it earlier, but
While the development team, seen here in this archive footage, worked on the design of the Ender Dragon, Jens focused on tying the mechanics of the End Dimension, End Portal, Ender Man, and Ender Dragon together, until...
There was like a thread you could follow from start to the end, literally, with a boss fight, and then actually defeat or win the game.
Finally, Minecraft had an end goal, one that was essential to the Minecraft experience.
Reaching the dragon and defeating it is not like a requirement for playing Minecraft.
Oh.
It's something you choose to do.
Very much is an aspirational feature.
it is a nice sort of book ending of a adventure, but
Right.
then you can start a new
Fact.
adventure and it can be about something completely else.
Oh, that's nice. Now, here's a shocking revelation for you. Making a mob in Minecraft is tricky, especially a boss mob. And the first designs and gameplay mechanics were, well,
No, that was it in the game.
it's just a sketch, but you're meant to be the expert here.
I think they came to a really great conclusion by making it like Enderman black and purple and stuff, because it gave birth to like this really cool
It's so
universe.
cute.
But there
That
were never
Ender
any
Dragon
problems with
is
the
so
final
cute.
Ender Dragon battle. That was
Although they
perfect
should
from
have
day one
one where
and
it's a baby
admirably
Ender
complex.
Dragon.
It was very simple.
Oh.
The dragon was just
Baby
flying around
Enderman.
and you had to shoot arrows at it. It was not very dynamic.
So making the fight with the Ender Dragon more interesting became the developers' #1 priority. Luckily, we had lots of ideas. Even more luckily, we also had some good ideas.
The end crystals that heal the dragon also became harder to remove because some of them are encased in these iron cages, and also the dragon would sometimes swoop down and land on the empty end portal to make you change your behavior a little bit.
Essentially, the dragon could now charge at you, throw fireballs, and use its dragon breath. Most of these design choices, textures, and sounds are from the 2011 Adventure Update.
My favorite sound for the Ender Dragon is when you defeat it and you get the that kind of crackle and the screen sort of distorts and you see all these cool effects.
I really enjoyed the poem. Minecraft creates a lot of precious memories, and that's one strong memory for me, definitely.
Beautifully put. Now we had a dragon with a name, a colour scheme, sounds, soundtrack, and even its own dimension full of creepy weirdos. Did I say creepy weirdos? I meant handsome weirdos. Only when we were perfectly happy with the Ender Dragon were we willing to release it into the Minecraft wilds. We didn't just put it in the game because...
The deadline arrived.
Anyways, there you have it.
Thank you so much for watching. If you guys did enjoy, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Huge shout out to Minecraft. Full credit goes to them. I love them so much. Link will be in the description to the game and Minecraft YouTube channel. I love you guys so much. Bye.